Imagine waking up and everything seems to fit together. You get the right message at the right time. You meet the right person, and chances show up just when you need them. It feels like life itself is talking to you. We all want this feeling, not random chaos, but a sense that life has meaning. This is what people call synchronicity. It looks like magic, but it isn't. It's more like a signal. When you train your mind, especially with Stoic wisdom, you stop chasing random coincidences and start noticing the patterns that guide you. Most people miss these signals because they are too distracted. But if you pay attention, synchronicity can help you see your path more clearly. Think about moments like these. You remember a friend and they suddenly call you. You skip a trip because you don't feel well, and later learn the group you would have gone with had an accident. You move into a new home and see a flower outside that reminds you of a loved one who passed away. These moments feel special, almost like life is sending you a message. The Stoics believed everything in the universe is connected by reason and order, which they called logos. So when synchronicity happens, it's not that the universe bends itself for you. It's that you notice the order that's always been there. It's a reminder that you are part of something bigger. I once had this happen when I was deciding whether to leave a safe job. I was scared and unsure. That evening, I walked into a bookstore and saw a copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I opened it, and the first line I read said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." It felt like the book was speaking directly to me. Was it chance? Maybe. But for me, it was synchronicity. It didn't make the choice for me, but it gave me courage to follow what I already knew inside. That's what synchronicity does. It doesn't hand you your future. It makes you see more clearly. Without discipline, you either ignore these moments or you chase meaningless signs. With a trained mind, you ask, does this moment line up with wisdom, courage, justice, and self control? Does it guide me toward what I can do? Or does it distract me with fantasy? That's how synchronicity becomes useful instead of confusing. There's a difference between coincidence and synchronicity. A coincidence is just random timing, interesting, but empty. Synchronicity feels personal and meaningful. For example, two strangers bump into each other holding the same coffee cup. That's coincidence. But if you're grieving someone and suddenly hear their favorite song playing from a passing car, that feels like synchronicity. It touches you deeply. Carl Jung explained synchronicity as meaningful coincidences. His famous example was a patient who dreamed of a golden scarab. While she told him the dream, a beetle of the same kind appeared at the window. The bug wasn't magical. The meaning it carried for her was what mattered. It broke through her doubts and changed how she saw things. The Stoics would say we can't control the event itself, but we can control how we see it and what we do with it. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The reason we miss synchronicity is because we are too distracted. We fill our lives with noise, scrolling, and endless business. We don't take time to reflect or connect the dots. That's why the signals pass us by, not because they aren't there, but because we aren't paying attention. When you train your mind, synchronicity becomes a kind of feedback. When your values and actions are clear, the world reflects that back to you. It's not magic, it's alignment. So the next time you experience one of these moments, ask yourself, will you ignore it or will you pause and see what it's telling you? Synchronicity isn't here to charm you, it's here to wake you up. Discipline means staying balanced, seeing patterns in life without losing clear thinking. This shows up in small, everyday moments. James had just moved to a new city and felt very lonely. One evening, he almost skipped his usual walk in the park, but something inside him said, go anyway. On a bench, he found a worn book titled, You Are Not Alone. Soon, a stranger noticed the book and said, that title saved me once. They talked and became friends, helping James through his loneliness. This felt like synchronicity, important events happening at the right time. Synchronicity is noticing meaningful moments and letting them guide you. Science shows that the world is connected in hidden ways, but synchronicity doesn't mean ignoring reason. It's about noticing signs that match your values and acting on them. Michael hated his corporate job but hesitated to leave. One evening, a book inspired him. An old professor encouraged him. And then he received a job email, all pointing him to teaching. He acted, applied, and soon found energy and purpose he had lost in his old job. The lesson is simple. Notice the signs, stay disciplined, and take action. Life may seem random, but when we pay attention, patterns appear, guiding us toward growth and purpose. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidences, only helps if you act. Life gives chances to do the right thing, but you must take them. Notice the signs around you, words, faces, events. If you ignore them, you miss guidance. Even small actions matter. Synchronicity opens the door, but you must step through. When you pay attention, life feels less random. Your efforts start to make sense. Confidence grows, doubt fades, and opportunities appear. Signs also remind you that you are connected to something bigger, making life feel meaningful. Oliver, in his 50s, was lonely after divorce. He found his old guitar, saw a flyer for a jam session, and met someone who offered him a chance to teach music. These signs guided him back to purpose, community, and joy. Notice meaningful events and ask, what does this encourage me to do? Use courage, wisdom, and self-control to see real guidance and act. Signs only work if you respond. Start small. Every morning, write 5 things you want. Watch for opportunities and take action. Even small steps can open new doors. Smile. It's a small reminder that love is still around. You can fix things. Send that message. Take that first step. Signs don't fix your life. You do, but they nudge you to act. Notice coincidences. When the same idea shows up in a book, podcast, or conversation, pause and ask, why now? What should I do? Act on the opportunities life gives you. Patterns matter. Seeing the same number or animal repeatedly, notice it. Smile. Say thanks. Gratitude sharpens your awareness. Life feels personal because you're paying attention. The Stoics didn't wait for luck. They prepared. Train your mind, act with purpose, and step forward when doors open. Every small action ripples outward. You are part of a bigger whole. Power comes from alignment. When your mind is focused, your heart open, and your steps brave, life becomes your partner. Stop asking, why me? Start saying, this is for me. Daily practice. Write 5 desires every morning. Watch for signs. Act on them. Stay grateful. Stay courageous. And stay disciplined. The power is already inside you. Train it. Trust it. Unleash it.